some people can say, oh, they want to be an entrepreneur, but they don't know what to do. Some people actually know what to do, but they have problems with execution. Some people would say sometimes money can be a problem in terms of execution too, and so many others. So I have had 19 business ideas, and I'm going to tell you the ideas I've had and how they work, and the challenges I had with some of them, and things I would do if I was doing them differently. Now you say 19 business ideas, so what makes you strong? I've actually executed 6 successfully. Having a business idea is one thing, but execution is another thing. Now, before I list all these businesses, I'm going to divide them into sections. We have skill-based businesses, we have product-based businesses, we have service-based businesses, and we have tech and innovation. Now, within all these sections, I have had 19 business ideas and I've executed 6. 7 is, the 7th one is still in the works, but so far I've executed 6. So I know that you're going to ask, okay, like which of these businesses have the lowest startup? That's the people that don't want to spend money, and who don't want to spend money to have the businesses for you. In all these sections, you can find businesses with low startup in all of them. As long as you're a strategic person, like, or you want to, because if you really want to make opportunity, you can make opportunity when there's none. But for now, we're going to focus on the skill-based businesses. Skill, let's look at the word skill. Now, a skill is something that you have, like it is literally embedded in you. It's not something that they can take away from you. They can wake you up in the night, in the morning, whatever time, and you know how to do those things because you've learned it. You not just learned it, you've practiced it, you've constantly executed it, not just in your way, but I'm going to list the skills in the creative line of things. I will tell you my own skills and how I have been able to monetize them and execute them in whatever I want to do. We have video editing. I've been editing videos all my life. Not all my life actually. When I left school, I started practicing on like easy platforms, and then over time I started building. And you just recognize that there are a lot of like social media creators, not just creators, there are businesses out there. Businesses, creators, individuals, entrepreneurs, so many other people that want to put out videos, even though now with AI is getting more easier or complex, depends on how you want to look at it. But let's focus on video editing. So back end, I've been able to edit for creatives, I've edited for businesses, I've also edited for entrepreneurs, I've even edited for people that run a digital marketing thing. They may be like photographers, videographers, they shoot, but they don't have the time to edit. You know something, yeah? I saw a comment the other day and someone was like, oh, this business is like, no, there's a skill that I saw, and someone was like, people can just come and learn this thing now. But I think people underestimate the value of people's time or delegation. There are so many people that have so many things on their plates, and or you know what, instead of them to start learning something, they can be doing something else with their time. They rather outsource. So don't ever underestimate your own value in bringing it to somebody. One person can tell you no, but there are a million people out there that will tell you yes. You just have to find the right person. And you also have to find the right location and the people that actually need the services you're offering. And how do you get to these people? You advertise, you socialize, you tell people your skills, you create a platform. Whenever I want to step into a business, the first thing I do is to create a portfolio. Now, it can be an easy, readable portfolio. It also depends on the business. Having a business card is not so bad because like marketing, don't even underestimate the strength in marketing. Having a business card, having a portfolio, word of mouth. I know it's so easy for people to create a page. I create a page. In fact, whenever I own start a business, next thing I've created an Instagram page. I won't say it's so good, but I feel like it also reminds me that, oh, this is something I wanted to do. So I'm going to get into the ones I've also executed because I have a creative page too, but I haven't used them majorly for most of the deals I've gotten. Most of the businesses I've gotten has mostly been word of mouth, or also putting myself out there and telling people that, oh, these are the services I now offer and these are the skills I have. And it's easier for people to reference me because not just is my page pushing, you can also come to my YouTube channel, you can come to my TikTok, and you see that, oh yes, I've always been in the creative light, so it's easier. Another skill, yeah, do you know, I feel like this skill, I have even underestimated how I should market it because exclusive of video editing, photo editing is like a beautiful strength. I can clear this whole background from here. That's even minus background removal, because I know some of you say, it's not CapCut. CapCut make this easy. Leave background remover. I can remove items in the middle of things and manipulate the picture, even add DM people. Photo editing is an underestimated skill, but it's very needed, and you can also monetize for it. You can edit photos for event planners. The same people that you can edit photos for edit videos for, is the same people you can edit photos for. And it's even wider because you can get individuals. People are always posting their pictures. Family members always want to remove somebody from a picture. Or maybe you know someone you're talking to and you're no longer talking to the person and then you don't know how to manipulate the picture. That's a skill that you can monetize if you advertise it properly. Content creation. It's so funny, in Nigeria, people do not separate those two roles, content creation and a social media manager. Now, those two roles are intense in their individual fields. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to focus on one skill. But they are not the same thing. You get, whoever handles social media is not the person that creates content. But a social media manager can create content. But a content creator might not be able to manage social media. But then so many people actually do not know the skill of putting something together, editing it, executing their idea in terms of creating the content. And let's even talk about like minus creating for individuals, brands. You can create content for brands, people that are actually selling products or services and have a whole business and they need to push their content out there. Digital marketing. Now, this is actually very intense. Now, digital marketing has a lot of fields because you're genuinely now trying to get to the audience. The content is there, but you're now trying to get an audience to buy into whatever you're selling or whatever you're marketing. You're trying to now get an audience to actually buy into it. Another one you can do is script writing. If you have ideas, you write scripts for people. You can script write for content creators, you can script write for movies, you can script write for so many things. You can even translate too if you're bilingual or multilingual. Okay, so now that I've listed the skills, let's go into marketing because it's not to have the skill, but how are you going to get an audience? Because baby, first things first, once you want to execute any business or any skill, is to create a portfolio. People have to see the work you're doing. Now, for you, in case you have no backlog of works you've been doing, you can actually do things for people just to test it, like trainings. When you're training, save up things that you're practicing with, save up things that you're working on, save all those skills and keep it as your backlog. So when they say, oh, okay, what have you done? What have you worked on? You show them. You don't have to think too much. But you don't have any backlog of skill. You're just chilling. Girl, put a backlog. Once you create a portfolio, it even gives you like more insight on what you can do and how you can do it and the level at which you can do it. And then if you feel like, okay, this stage is good, because you know what? People get paid for doing the least, but don't do the least though. If you want to do something, be the best at it. Like I know I'm saying this thing, but you actually have to not do the list. Like if you want to do something, put in your all, be the best at it. Instead of saying, oh, like let me just do the list. Because at the end of the day, in every field you're in, there is competition. There's actually competition. And if you are aiming for the best people, the ones that actually want to spend money on the skills that you have, it means that you have to have spending money worth skill. Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. But you have to also offer value as well the time, because you know what? It's not just about having one-time clients. You can have repeating clients, people that come back, that are satisfied, that are content with the work that you put out, not just a one-time thing. Do you know another way to monetize your skill perfectly? Build an audience around it. Now there's this babe I follow on TikTok. Oh my god, like she's like abroad, she doesn't say Nigeria. I don't know if I can't remember her name, but like the content she creates, she used to do like designs, product marketing. And do you know how she was able to get clients? She was doing it on her own. She was creating a backlog of content and also building a following. So she did content for Coca-Cola, Fanta, even makeup brands. And when she's doing it, she'll tell a story while creating those videos. Sometimes you don't even need to visually talk. Just looking at the work, you already know that, wow. So what you have to do is choose one platform. If you're doing portrait videos, you can post them on Instagram and TikTok. You can do LinkedIn too, but you can pick any platform. You can pick Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, but I'll just advise not to put one. If you have already edited video, the video is ready, you can just post. Now, just be consistent with those platforms. Post about your journey, your work, your thoughts. People actually love to follow growth. So if you keep doing that, people are going to be on your business, baby. I'm actually going to give you practical examples of businesses I've actually done in terms of like skill-based businesses and how I've executed them, challenges I've had, so that it doesn't just feel like I'm giving you what to do, but I'm also telling you how I did what I needed to do. I've worked with real estate companies. Those are service-based brands. Then I've worked with product-based brands. That's, they sell jewelry. I've also worked with event planners too. Jobs, though, I'm like jobs. Like jobs I've had, not just like gigs. I've also worked with an event planner. I've also worked with an educational firm. So it was also a service based, but it was mostly online. So I'll say that's kind of tech, innovative kind of, but yeah, like those are roles I've done. Working with those companies also gave me an idea and gave me a backlog of works that I've done too. And also allowed me space to build skills because I'm someone that when I see a problem, I like to find a solution. To get like, okay, this is not right. That's in terms of like the creative and a little bit of techie side because I do like UI UX and all of that. In the first company I worked in, that was even when I was opened up to like graphic design because I also have skills. Because I have a skill in graphic design and I actually monetize it. So I design things for people like logos, pamphlets, menus, because I've done menus for restaurants. I have a whole portfolio anyway. How was I able to market all these things? So when I was able to get a backlog of content, what did I do? I stored it. I put it inside a link in my Google Drive. Then when I designed my portfolio, I created a scan, that thing where you say scan me, what they call it, a code, yeah, a QR code, and I put it on my portfolio. So when people ask me, what do you do, like how can you offer me this service, I just show them. And even on my portfolio, you can literally see some of the works I've done, and then you now see scan me. So when you see scan me, those are for the videos because obviously I couldn't put all the graphics and everything in the videos. So the scan me, they're not able to see an idea of whatever I've done. So I didn't create a business card, but I created a visual portfolio that people could see, and it gave me a lot of like connections, networks during that whole period of time, and it also brought me business. And then I also had like some returning clients too with the works I've done. So how was I able to advertise? I took time and learned the skill, practiced it, built a backlog of evidence that I can actually deliver, not just saying, oh, I can deliver, but actually having evidence that yes, I can deliver on this because I have delivered this before. So when people come with this thing, and then you also create like your price list and services you can offer. Mostly, I feel like the way people work is always better to have like a price list or package offer list. Now in this list, you can have like a table of an entry plan. You can have a growth plan, have a VIP list. Now, what does it do for you? When you set out your plans like this or your pricing like this, it gives people options. Now, when people see options, they're more inclined to say, okay, what does this have now? Because you don't just list it, you now list the services that you'll be bringing to the table. This are maybe the needs I have right now, and this is also my budget that I'll be willing to spend on this particular items. Options help people decide. It's just like when you go to a restaurant or something, you see a whole menu, or when imagine like the waiter just comes to you with no menu and they're like, oh, what would you like to have? And you have to think about it. There are some people that do that, but that's if you've been to the restaurant continuously. If that is like your first time there, you would need an option to know what you'll be going with. Not to just say this is what we have. You don't know anything about it. You don't know what you like to eat. You don't even know the pricing. When you create like this list, you can also have like individual list. No, seriously, please ignore my handwriting. An individual list of the skills that you would be offering. Now you can do graphic design, because even though graphic design can be included in your entry plan, some might never still want to pay the full amount for an entry plan. Maybe all they need is a graphic designer. It also helps that when you say you want to start something, you have a backlog put together, you have a portfolio. If you're doing this, it depends on what you do. You can have a business card, you can also have a price list, but just know that you always have to have something to show people. Like, it's not enough to say this is what I want to start. Do you get? It's also enough to have something to show people. You can also reach out to clients too. You can send them messages, you can send them information. Don't just like depend fully on just having it and not doing anything about it. Marketing and advertising is a major part in every type of sale. Now, I'm going to talk about how to sell or how to actually like market your skills or whatever services you're offering to people in person, but that's another video, not for today. The summary for whatever service-based business or whatever you want to offer is, when I wanted to go into it, I went into it with like backlog of things that I had already worked on. I went into it telling people that these are the services I offer and this is how I can deliver. I had a whole price list of everything that I could offer and how much they would pay for all my services, and also in time frame for delaying, because you have to also consider whatever business you get, make sure you deliver on it properly, because those can be returning clients, not just one-time clients. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and were able to get some value from it. If you were, please leave a comment below, or if you have questions, I am open to responding all the time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye. See you next time.